What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from June 2nd, 2020. And this will be your AEW Dark results that took place in Daly's place in Jacksonville, Florida. Your commentators were Excalibur and Taz. Now, moment to lose here, folks. Let's get right into it. We had Billy Gunn being accompanied by Austin Gunn of the Gunn Club. Billy goes up against John Skyler. Billy Gunn was fooling around with John Skyler, and Austin Gunn was cheering on and hyped up and all that. And in the end, obviously Billy Gunn won. It was short. I mean, Skyler, John Skyler, uh, he was building up some momentum, but then all of a sudden it got cut short, and then Billy Gunn basically just won with the Fame-Master and got the win. It was short, so there's nothing to talk about that. So we got a backstage interview of Dustin Rose and Randy Rose, and they're being interviewed by Alex Marvez, and they're wondering what happened to QT Marshall because he's running late. All of a sudden, he shows up in well, if it was a red, Corvette, I would have been singing Little Red Corvette, but instead it was just a blue Corvette. Excuse me, it was a blue Corvette instead. So in a way, it was a little blue Corvette, little blue Corvette, and not a little red Corvette. Just saying. But QT Marshall shows up at Alley in the blue Corvette, and they're wondering what's going on and everything, and what's with the car. Randy Rose is claiming that he's going through a midlife crisis because of the way his hair look, and he's got on buying a hot new car and all that. And Marshall is denying all the fishiness and all that that's been going on between Ali and QT Marshall. So they had to strategize for the match. Also, Marshall say, we'll do that later. Right now, he got go get something to eat with Ali. And Dustin Rose said, can you give me some? And then he basically tossing an apple. And then he was going to eat the apple, but then Brad was like, "No, don't eat that," because at first Ali had the apple first, and basically, what she made with that apple, and on top of that, we're still in the middle of the pandemic of the COVID-19. So, but it was funny. It was a funny segment though. We got the Butcher and the Blade taking on John Cruz and Joe Alonso. I did try to say his last name. Butcher Blade, they won. Nothing to say about that. It was a decent match. But I knew they was going to lose. And on top of that, they need some wins. If this is good enough for them to get wins over jobbers, that's good enough for me. Because I like these teams, the Butcher and the Blade. And there you go. We see Peter Avalon and Brandon Cutler arguing about their main event match. Diva Base calms them down. She tells them that last time these two were teaming up, they didn't gel well together, obviously, because she wasn't there at the time. Now she's there, and this time they're gonna make it a win, but on one condition from Brandon Cutler, as long as they don't cheat. So there you go. We got Christina. I mean, not Christina. We got Christine James, meant to say, versus basically the Brazilian girl who loves to dance, and she's pretty good too. And she goes against Kylan King, and she's there too. Yeah, so they're there for the long haul. I'm glad I get to see them more, and I love it. So these two wrestle each other. They gel well together, and in the end, it was Christine James. She wins the match. James. Yeah, Chrissy James. She won the match all because she pulled the tights and won. And there you go. That was the match. Yes, it was. I enjoyed the match. I thought it was decent. Hopefully they'll get more time next time in the ring. We get the debut of AEW debut of uh EJ Lewis and Big Game Leroy, and they go up against unfortunately Santana Ortiz, proud and powerful, representing the inner circle. And the reason I say unfortunately is because obviously Santana Ortiz was going to win here, and that's exactly what happened. And they did in a dominant faction, just like with the Butcher and the Blade. So and you can say also the same with Billy Gunn, with his one-on-one match that he had. So there you go. Yeah, so basically we had a couple of even matches. Well, actually one, but pertains to the women's. And they got some matches that were squashes in a way, in a dominant faction. We get to the main event, and the main event will feature the Natural Nightmare, which is QT Marshall and Dustin Rose, being accompanied by Randy Rose. Now, I don't think it was during this match. I think it was during the other dark show that they did. Maybe Trevor. Okay, yes, it was. It was your dark episode, which I'll get to that eventually this week. But this is the one in the Galloway first. So yeah, so the natural nightmares, excuse me, of QT Marshall and Dustin Rose being coming by Brandy Rose and Allie in a way, working for beyond commentary to call, and so they go. And they go up against the librarian, Peter Avalon, and Brandon Cutler, along also with the librarian, Leva Bates. And on commentary, I mentioned this on commentary, and she was talking to Taz about this. She says, you know what QT is? Basically she was saying, do you know what what QT is? And then Taz is like, I don't remember how it was said, but then also but Taz didn't know. Even even though I knew what was coming when Ali said QT, and for some reason Taz couldn't get it. At least I got it. And the one thing that I got from when Ali saying QT or to Marshall was she's basically saying QT is another way of saying cutie, and Ali's basically is telling him like, and basically on his catch with this when it's like, come on, you should know this. Even I knew that, man. Like I knew I was going to lead to that. It was corny in a way, but I'm like, oh my god. I was basically on watching it, and I'm like, oh my god, really? Oh yeah, I get it. QT, cutie. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's real funny. Oh my god, that was terrible. But that's good. I guess that's gonna be a thing now. I guess. What's that got to do with the match? Well, not really. It had nothing to do with the match. It was something that Ali said during the match. So, but the match itself was good. I thought it was good. Peter Avalon and Brandon Cutler, basically they want to win matches. That's basically the goal here because they haven't not been winning any matches for a year now. Oh my god! And this is their solution, except for one thing: they lost. They didn't gel well together. I mean, at first they did, but then also they start losing their footings of being a tag team and all that. Yeah, fight matches too. By the way, when they were doing that entrance, with Brandon Cutler doing the roll the dice because of Dungeons and Dragons thing, Peter Avalon kicks off the dice. Oh, that was hilarious. And then obviously it didn't get kicked off the stage, but basically he ruined the roll of the dice for Brandon Cutler because that's Peter. Obviously that's Peter Avalon being a dick and a heel. And Bates was being nice though in a way. Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of Leva Bates, she interfered in the match too. By the way, getting involved with her book and everything. And Brad Cutler did not appreciate that. Brandy Rose and Leva Bates at one point they got in the ring because there was obviously there was going to be some involvement in that one and it played out in the ring. And then in the end, the Natural Nightmares gets the win with QT Marshall going for the QT cutter. No, not the QT cutter, the QT cutter. And after the match, Ali is praising them know that. I believe she got into the ring. I can't remember if she got to the ring to celebrate with them, but also QT Marshall takes his attention off of the victories and everything and puts his attention on Ali because they're supposed to be a thing now, even though they're married to their different spouses. Ali's married to Peter, well, Pepper Parks meant to say, who's now the Blade in AEW, and QT Marshall. I still don't know who he's married to. That's one thing I have to look up, but I'm not gonna do that here because I got something to do after this. So I have maybe some more time. So, but yeah, there you go, folks. That was it for the show. So I guess there was 5 matches. That's less than the last previous shows of AEW Dark. And just double check though. Yeah, 5 matches. And my overall rating for the show, decent show with a 6 out of 10. And that being said, thank you for watching for Is the Natural Born Driller saying peace on the streets. For this was your All Elite Wrestling review, where it's giving you AEW Dark results that took place from um, January 2nd, 2020. And what being said, folks, the next time I do the All Elite Wrestling review, you'll be catching me giving you AEW Dynamite results from June 3rd, 2020. Until then, you all stay well, stay safe, keep yourself safe, and keep yourself well. I'm sorry for saying that in a different way because I'm feeling tired, but take care of yourself for everything that's going on in the world right now. And there you go. So I'm out. Ta ta for now.